Hello and welcome to your sleep study. It's stated in our files that you are a possible contender for a sleep disorder known as insomnia. Now, though this name may seem rather scary, all it means is that you are experiencing a frequent inability to sleep. So today, we will be going over the most common types and causes of insomnia, the extreme importance in getting an adequate amount of sleep every night, and some tips and tricks to solving this pesky sleep disorder. Now, though there may be many versions of insomnia, none of them seem to be any type of slumber party. The three main types of insomnia experienced worldwide are acute, chronic, and comorbid insomnia. Now, when I say acute, I'm not saying it's adorable. I'm saying that according to a study done by the National Sleep Foundation, acute insomnia seems to be a brief episode of the inability to sleep. This is most likely caused by a stressful life event, things like finals, problems at work, or even your typical trouble in paradise case scenarios. Chronic insomnia happens when this brief episode becomes something a lot more long-term. It is most likely when this span reaches longer than 3 months, which you would be considered a chronic insomniac. Now, comorbid insomnia is a type of insomnia that occurs with another condition that is creating this lack of sleep. This can be psychiatric issues such as anxiety or depression, or even some medical issues that can create discomfort throughout the night. Things like back pain, sleep apnea, or arthritis. For many years, insomnia was written off as just some type of pesky issues in the night. That's not what I said, but this is fine. But the lack of sleep has more recently been found to be detrimental in one's not only physical health, but their ability to function in day-to-day life. Lack of sleep can cause irritability, lack of focus, and even symptoms of depression. But one thing that people look over when talking about the lack of sleep is the lack of a certain type of sleep known as REM. As many people know, REM stands for rapid eye movement. This is the portion of sleep when one's brain is able to stay active, but your muscles are shut down. In fact, the only skeletal muscles that are functioning during this portion of the night are the ones that control your eye movement and your respiratory system. It was stated in an article done by Verywell Health that this type of sleep is so important in one's day-to-day functions. It is responsible for one's procedural memory, which is the part of your brain that allows you to memorize different procedures when learning something new. It's also strongly hypothesized that this has major effects in making connections to different thoughts and ideas in the brain. Now that we've talked through all of these nightmare situations, you might be asking yourself, how do I save myself from my insomniac ways? Well, in an article done by Help Guide, it was stated that one needs to first identify their bad habits in their lifestyle that could possibly create this lack of sleep. It stated that if you have high intake in caffeine, you have a diet that's high in sugar content, if you are taking naps during the day, or even if you're eating too close to bedtime. These are all factors in possibly making it hard to fall asleep. Now, if you're experiencing this insomnia because of psychiatric issues such as stress and anxiety, people have found it helpful to meditate during the night. This helps to put one's body at ease before going to bed. Now, some of these issues do prove to be a lot more severe than others, and these methods don't help. This is when people turn to sleeping aids. Things though there are many sleeping supplements that people might be able to take, the two that have had the most evidence of being effective are things like melatonin and valerian. Melatonin being a naturally occurring hormone that people produce during the night, and valerian being an herb that has a natural sedative to it. Well, it appears that you've dozed off during my long-winded explanation for the types and causes of insomnia, the importance of getting a good night's rest, and the possible solutions in curing this insomnia. So might I just, well, at least we've found your cure for insomnia. So might I just add, good night, sleep tight, and don't let the bedbugs bite.